Broncos country. That's a statement win. That's a statement win. This is a Denver Bronco Roundup podcast. We're going to be going live with the reaction to this victory. 21-17, undefeated no more. 3-2, the Denver Broncos hang a victory. Let's get this started right about now. Welcome to the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast reaction. We're brought to you by Rocky Mountain Sports Network. We're sponsored by the amazing Morgan Trinkets. But talking about amazing, how about that victory, Broncos country? How about that Broncos country? Let's clap it up. That's a victory versus a Super Bowl champion. 4-0 to start the season. They just get it done somehow. They didn't get it done today. My good friend with me already, Mr. Kenny Kirkpatrick. My name is Keith Brugman. Kenny, how you doing? I know you probably got to see the end of this game.
I did get to see the end of this game thanks to the Ravens. Texans blowing out the Ravens. I got to see the last 8 minutes of the game live. Congratulations, Bronco fans. Great win. Unlike our outro on Tuesdays, we're taking our guns out of the holsters. We're taking our feet out of the stirrups, but we're keeping those Broncos in our heart, and they were there today. So let's go. Sean Payton, adjustments in the second half, arguably his best coaching job ever so far with the Broncos today. Good win, statement win, like you said in the intro, Keith.
Awesome, man. And we got the posse who's coming in. Awesome and amazing as well. Ernie Mays, go Broncos country only. We are 3-2. That's right. That's right. And until they announced it in the actual game, just remember how close we are to 5-0 too. We are dangerously close to 5-0. Pearl's coming in here and saying, oh my goodness, the second half, absolutely wow. We got Mr. Patrick Wiltsey coming in.
Hello, my
y'all
friend.
coming in. Everybody's, almost everybody's friend as well. A little bit of Lion Coffee in the background there. My good friend Patrick Wiltsey is saying aloha to the to all. Great comeback. Mr. Graham coming in over on YouTube. He's got the heart rate going up. And that was me at the end of the game as well. I'm going to get the heart rate up. I see another horseman in the background. I'm going to bring him in just a second. And Mr. Martin's coming in and saying, great win. Something you can build on for the rest of the season and on.
Yep.
Man, Posse, you're absolutely right, man. I'm going to bring in the judge. How about that, Judge? How about that?
Bo Nix is here, boys.
Whoo! Bo Nix is here. Sean Payton, that second half, coming back, fourth quarter, 14 points. I mean, it doesn't get much. It's against a Super Bowl contender. Obviously, they're the Super Bowl champs. Doesn't get much better. Mr. Trevor Saltzman, the Rocket Man, shooting in as well. How you doing, Rocket Man? And another victory. I'm going to clap it up as each one of you guys come in here because we got to celebrate this win.
Absolutely, Keith. I mean, this is a huge win. This is the biggest win of the Sean Payton era in Denver. Love this team, but just the fight that this team had throughout the game. They never gave up. They could have easily given up, in the second half, and they didn't. They battled back, and wow, what a team performance by this team. Thought Sean Payton got better as a play caller as the game went on. Complete win by this football team, and like I said, biggest win of the Sean Payton era since he's arrived in Denver for sure.
I guess to that, not just for our show, Hey, guys, smash that like and share button. I'm smashing the like and share button on this victory, man, because this showed just resilience for this team. So this is something that, as one of our other posse members already said, this is something you carry forward. The resilience they showed against a tough opponent, early game, Super Bowl contender, undefeated team, man, resilience, and that's going to come to pay off, I think, later in this season. But man, I'm going to get back to Kenny. Kenny, I know that you're the outsider guy, and I shouldn't even give this to you first, but just give me just one player of the game, or who you handing the game ball to. Give me somebody. I'm going to go all the way around the horn.
I'll give you guys the credit to name players, but I'm sorry. I've been most critical of this coach, but Sean Payton's got to get the game ball. Going for a 2-point conversion there and getting it, even if he didn't get it, shows you got a lot of confidence in this offense to still pull off this win. I got to give Sean Payton the game ball, guys. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
Going on the coaching side, leaving us to the players, but you're absolutely right. There's got to be a little bit of love, some flowers given to Sean Payton. Give it over to Jody, man. He came in here hooping and hollering. He's got to have somebody for a game ball here. Who are you giving a game ball to in this victory over a Super Bowl champion?
Well, since Kenny took mine, I'm going to go with Bo Nix. This is his biggest win as a Bronco. He led a tremendous fourth quarter comeback. Didn't turn the ball over. Like I've been saying, some sacks are good sacks. He took sacks when he needed. He didn't just run. He was good in the pocket all day. And that last couple of series, he was firing darts in there. He had enough, and he was making sure that balls weren't getting shorted or overthrown or anything. You could tell he was throwing them hard. So
back there wheeling and dealing. It goes from Sean Payton to Bo Nix. Game balls. Rocket Man, I guess you're playing cleanup here. It's always tough being the third guy, man. Who else you got on this Denver Broncos team for a game ball?
Those are all great choices, but for me, Vance Joseph. Look at this defense, how this defense played this elite all game. It was a 10-3 at halftime. You held this elite offense capable of being elite in the Philadelphia Eagles to 10 points and a half. You're giving your team a chance to come back in this game. That's exactly what this defense did tonight, or today, I should say. 6 sacks also for this defense, and you held this Eagles rushing attack to only 45 yards combined. Saquon Barkley had 30 yards today on the ground. I know they weren't using him a lot, but Jalen Hurts uses his legs a lot as well, and they contained him in the pocket today. I thought the defense did a great job and gave this Broncos offense time to get back into the game, start getting the crap together. It's exactly what happened. VJ has got to get a game ball in this game for me.
Yeah. It's funny. You go around, you go to the coaching and the way they were able to adjust throughout the game, because I don't think the defense started off all that great, but that's okay, man. They adjusted big. You never want to look at the last 30 seconds of a game like this and say that's indicative of the defense. So I'm throwing that right out the window. As long as you don't give up the victory that you had in your pocket, I'm all good with it, right? So, boy, just what a game. Jody, I saw you hit the mic, man. We got Karen joining in as far as the posse is concerned, but what do you got to say, my friend?
Can I have a couple other guys I want to
yes.
Nick Bonito, he was getting pressure all game, big sacks towards the end. And J.K. Dobbins, this run game is for real. And now when you're in 4-minute drill, you can run the ball, and teams are worried now of pass and run. There were a couple plays there, one in particular, that little toss to the right. Dobbins, it wasn't open, and he just said screw it and just ran right past his blockers. Picked up 4 yards. He was getting yards, and he didn't care. And you got to keep him healthy. He is probably the most important player. And good to see Ingram make some big catches. I'll throw that out there because that's a new guy we haven't seen all year.
The new guy. Evan Ingram. That was a side chat joke as we went through this game, and the new guy showed up. Not a new guy, Mr. Phil McLaughlin, throwing another one out there. How big was Cortland Sutton throughout this game, man? coming up with big stabs and great catches and being that number one, that guy that Bo Nix is able to go to, right? In almost any situation. It's the guy that Bo Nix almost always looks to go to in almost any situation, which makes it even more difficult. And he came up big today. He absolutely came up big. Another
I'll give a
Bo
shout out
Nix
to Sutton
MVP.
while you're saying Sutton too. That catch that he made, the Sutton threw it way behind him and he extended and made that catch. That kind of turned everything around for me, because you could tell he was frustrated on that, whatever, that fade pass where it was tipped in the air and batted down. He kind of just batted it down and you could tell he was frustrated there. So to go make that catch and then get big catches after that, that was, because other players weren't doing that. And that's why I said in the chat, Mims, you got to make that catch. It's not perfect, but it hit him in the hands. Go down and catch that. Sutton just, laid out and put his body on the line for that catch.
Yeah. Martin's coming in saying Sutton is simply clutch. And I think I know this guy, cousin in the podcast industry, Mr. Kurt Valente. Check out Let's Talk Broncos Wednesday nights. He says, let's go, run the ball, play defense, have your quarterback make 4 to 6 big plays again. Today, this team has arrived. Let's go. Let's go.
Kurt. There you go.
Kurt, that victory was for you, buddy. I hopefully you're back in the sheets with Sean Payton now. It's I know you've been in bed with Sean Payton for a while, but this is a game. This is a game to get into bed with Sean Payton. This is the reason that you brought him around. From the march down the field to come down, being down 14 points to come all the way back and take the lead and go for a 2-point conversion. And I mean, this is what I've been waiting for. Sean Payton is supposed to be the guru. We saw one of the best comebacks for the Broncos on the road ever with Bo Nix and Sean Payton, man. I absolutely love it. You guys have hit it a lot, man. Sean Payton deserves a lot in this one.
Can I ask everyone a question in the posse? When they decided to go for 2, were you guys on board with that? Because there were some in the chat that didn't like that right away, in our little private chat that didn't like that. I loved it with the amount of time left, because you were going to get the ball back regardless. If they score a touchdown, so what? Unless they get 2 as well, you're going to have a chance to go down and tie at least. So I loved it.
I loved it. I love the time on the clock. I love the aggressive play. I think that Jalen Hurts does his worst when he's having to press. So putting him in that position, I love the play call. And like you said, time on the clock. We did have the ball. We had to went back down. We had to, we had opportunity after that. So I was cool with it. How about Mr. Kenny Kirkpatrick?
I was 100% on board with it. You put the pressure on them. A tie, you know the Eagles are going to play to try and win that game, with the field goal. Now they're playing from behind as opposed to a tie, and you're on the road. You take the crowd right out of that game with that 2-point conversion. Gutsy call, loved the call, and Sean Payton had confidence in his offense that would come back down and the defense would stop them if they didn't get it. So I think that's the main reason, because he had confidence in his defense and confidence in his offense. By the way, I did predict the Broncos win 24-23. I'm just going to throw that out there, that I might have been the only one to predict the Broncos win. A lot of people were down on the Broncos this week, but Super Bowl contenders, my last statement, and the rest of you guys go, Super Bowl contender. I said, good teams have bad games. They lose against an opponent you're supposed to win. Well, Colts, maybe Chargers on the road, maybe you could have won. But Super Bowl contenders go and win a game they're not expected to win. And the Broncos did that today. They put themselves on the map and a contender in the AFC.
Trevor, how are you with that call? 2-point conversion.
I mean, I certainly like the aggressiveness. I think that we're all okay with it because it worked out. I think if it don't work out, we're probably talking about Sean Payton probably should just kick the field goal there with his defense being, playing as well as they did. So either way, I mean, I don't mind it either way, because if you kick the field goal, your defense is still shutting down this Philadelphia Eagles offense. And so you have confidence in your defense if you don't get it. But if you have the right play call and you feel really good about it, I have no problem being aggressive there, especially with an Eagles offense. It has the capability to be elite. They weren't elite today by no means, but it definitely has the capability of being an elite offense. Going for that 2-point conversion, I like the aggressiveness by Sean Payton, in this kind of caliber kind of game.
I want to hit Kenny with one comment, and then I'm going to get a couple other ones, because we had was it Peter Johnson? I think it was, just right up here. Was it Peter? Yeah. He said, let's go, Mr. Valente. VJ's D showed you. I tune into Let's Talk Broncos. I've heard a lot of talk about VJ needs to get his walking papers from your good friend, Mr. Kurt Valente. Kenny, do you have any defense for him, or is that need to be put to bed now?
I do a little bit, because we're all happy right now. But let's be realistic. J.L. Skinner, one PI, and should have had a second PI. Outside perspective, I'm just calling that. They let that play go, but he was all over Dallas Goedert. And usually the Eagles get those calls. They didn't get it today. They let him play at the end. And like you just wiped the sweat off your forehead, Keith. We think we were all wiping our sweat off our forehead. And calm down, J.L. Skinner. That should have been a PI. But Kurt, I know you're not in bed with VJ, but like when you're in a hotel room and you got the couch that opens up to a bed, can VJ be at least on that couch on the side, of the bed on the side, Kurt? Let's at least get that. If Kurt doesn't answer today, we will ask him on Wednesday.
Can he at least watch?
He's at least watch on the couch bed. Exactly.
Watch yourself.
Oh, yes. Family show, Jody. Family show.
I'll add
we're going to
something.
keep it clean, but we're going to ask him if he's on the guest couch.
You're not asking anything. I got to get to just a couple of comments here, just really quick, because my good friend Jeremy Dressler is coming in and saying the 2-point conversion was the play of the game. Good to see you, Jeremy. And then Mr. Phil McLaughlin dropping some stars, dropping some big boy stars, like 500 stars, Phil. So had to cut everybody off in order to get to Phil. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. He says, I was confused about going for 2, but it was the right call. I loved Peyton going to VJ at the end, reminding him, no PI, laugh out loud. I mean, hey, you're the head coach, man. He's like, hey, you make sure that we don't get a pass interference. And then, as Kenny said, maybe we were bailed out a little bit by the refs, so they let them play through. And, we deserve a couple of wins like that, man. That was a hard-fought win. I know that Philadelphia is going to be fuming probably right now, but, hey, is what it is. Got to play to the end of the whistle. If you didn't like the call, you should have been ahead with more time on the clock. Or with that much time on the clock, like we were, I guess is the best way to put it. So now, Jody, I know I'll cut you off, man. I'll let you jump back in, my friend.
I had 2 things. Everyone keeps saying that one PI call. There were missed calls on both sides. I thought very bad calls. They missed a roughing the passer on Bo Nix one time. Some of these intentional groundings that they call on Bo were not. When Denver rushed one guy, Zach Allen is getting held. I mean, the guy's pulling his jersey. It was obvious. I don't know if anyone else saw that. And then I want to shout out Jahdae Barron. That 3rd down pass breakup. I mean, he's starting to make plays and come around. So that was nice to see. So,
Junebug. I don't think I've ever mentioned you in a comment before, but coming in and saying fantastic road win. Junebug, you're right, man. You got to get those road victories every now and then. We were just on a podcast. I can't remember. It was one of you, Horseman, I believe, that mentioned it, that good teams go out there and get road victories if they're going to be a playoff / Super Bowl contender. It has to get done. No bigger, no better than knocking off the Super Bowl champ in their home while they're 4-0 and just like ruining their season in some little regard, right? That's a huge win. That's a huge win. Trevor, I kept it silent long enough. You must have something to say, my friend.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think the Eagles kind of fell for the whole media aspect of things. And I'm saying that because A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith have been complaining a lot about not getting the football. And it's weird because, I mean, this is a quick takeaway from the Eagles. Like, Saquon Barkley touching the football 6 times, 6 carries all game. Like, I mean, this is a guy that won you the Super Bowl last year. And it just seems to me like the Eagles kind of fell for the whole, well, we got to make our players happy. But, before anything, it changes the whole game plan, in my opinion. So that was a little weird. But nevertheless, Broncos, you don't ever apologize for this at all. I mean, if the Eagles are going to go into that and they're going to try to make their players happy by giving them the football and not sticking to what has made them a successful football team in the past, don't. And so I think the Broncos just took advantage of what maybe was a couple things going on behind the scenes in Philly, and they took advantage of that, and they got a big win on the road today in Philly.
Jody, you've been avenged, or you got some backup here, because Peter saw it. I didn't say anything, but I was pointing. Yeah, I saw some of those holds too. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous when actually it was on one of the pass interference calls that we got. I'm like, that guy has got both hands on the outside of Zach Allen as he's getting ridden back into the quarterback. It's like, that's not a call, but the pass interference is going to be called down the field.
The rub play was not pass interference, or when the two defenders ran into each other. That was not offensive pass interference.
You mean when they grabbed our wide receiver and threw him backwards,
right,
and then he got called for pass interference because he rubbed the receiver? I'm just saying, I don't think this reffing crew is going to be the Super Bowl ref crew.
No.
Not with the tape that they put out there today. Easy one to call right there. It wasn't called good on either side of the ball. And in games like that, you just got to go out there and you got to find a way to win. Broncos did it. Got to love it, gentlemen.
Hey,
Got to absolutely love it.
Kenny, a question. Some of these short passes that Knicks came up short on, does altitude play? Do you think it makes a difference? Sea level, do they notice that? I mean, you're from over there. I heard someone bring that up, that at altitude he makes like that pass to Mims.
It shouldn't make that much of a difference, because then everybody who plays in Denver and would have the same thing in history. John Elway never had that problem. Peyton Manning never had that problem. I don't see it being an issue. I just see it as an excuse or something. People talk and making excuses.
No excuses here, and I normally give this question to Jody, but I'm going to give this one over to Trevor since those two just got done talking. Said it was great to see Peyton stick with the run game, coming in with another 100 stars. Phil, man, I appreciate you, man. You're just blowing it up for me here on a reaction where the Broncos took home a victory against the Philadelphia Eagles. Big old smile on my face. How'd you feel about the run game and how it was utilized throughout the game by Sean Payton, the utilization of J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, and even a little bit Bidet out there as well? Trevor, give me your thoughts, man.
Well, I think that maybe one thing, if you can critique anything about Sean Payton, it's like, well, why didn't they try to run the football a little sooner in this game? Because it seemed like it really worked in the second half, and I think that was a turning point in this game. You were able to stop Saquon Barkley on the offense side of the ball from running the football, and the Eagles from running the football, keeping Jalen Hurts contained, but also you were able to run the football much better. And so J.K. Dobbins, I mean, had another really solid day, 20 carries, 79 yards, 4.0 average on the per game. And then a touchdown. I mean, it's just J.K. Dobbins has been a heck of an addition for the Broncos. You can argue J.K. Dobbins has been one of the best additions the Broncos have made this past offseason. I think you're going to see, if J.K. Dobbins can stay healthy, you're going to see a running back reach 1,000 yards for the first time since Philip Lindsay.
Man, big shout out, man. That sounds like a Thursday type of thing that we should put out. Maybe a hot take Thursday.
Keith and I figured out the problem last year. He's got run it on the back of his play card. It's on the backside where you can't read it. So if he'd flip it, he'd be able to read it. And
yeah.
Oh gosh.
We all saw it. I think if anybody watched the broadcast, run it, big exclamation points, 3 of them, wrong side of the play card. Yeah. If you don't flip that around and read it, then I guess it's unnecessary at that point. No, I thought it was fairly well used. I think the thing that really turned it for this offense wasn't the fact that they started running the ball more. They started getting some completions and not going for big plays. Mm-hmm. They started getting those short over the middles, those quick outs to the outside, to where all of a sudden they had to start defending the pass like they hadn't into the entire game, and that started opening up those running lanes for J.K. Dobbins, and R.J. Harvey. Man, I don't know where else to go, man, other than this is a fantastic victory. I think this is a great way to set off a big stretch for now the Denver Broncos. They not only have the Philadelphia Eagles, but they're getting on a plane tonight, guys. They're heading out to London for another big game, not that far behind. This is huge. I can't understate how big this victory was right here, right now for the Denver Broncos, the way their season played out. We wanted a fast start, didn't necessarily get that fast start, ended up being 2-2, fought back, got to that position, but this game loomed large as we headed in this morning to this 11 a.m. kickoff for us, at least. And boy, was it big to come out with a victory and now take that run, the Broncos. Jody, I see the mic. I'll let you go first.
I just heard one thing earlier today. Remember, when we come back from London, they said expect both Malcolm Roach and Dre Greenlaw to be back. So, I mean, there's two big boosts for this defense when you get back home. So they didn't really have an update on Sanders, but it is what it is there. But if you can get those two guys back the way your defense is playing, and you keep getting Ingram more involved, this team is going to be a real contender come the end of the season. Just keep J.K. Dobbins healthy. That's, for me, the most important thing on offense right now. You got to keep him healthy.
I'll put Junebug's comment up here. Handsome Bo looks sharp in the second half. I'm not going to judge his handsomeness, but I will say, man, haven't seen a Denver Bronco quarterback look that good in the fourth quarter in quite some time. It was good to see Bo Nix go out there, command the offense. I'll just keep going around the horn. I'll go over to Mr. Kenny Kirkpatrick. I'll let Trevor kind of finish it up as we continue to celebrate in the reaction. If anybody has anything else they want to talk about, anything they took from this game, by all means, throw it on the table out there in the posse. We want to get to it. But if not, man, we're just going to go celebrate, go watch some tape, and me and Jody will be back soon enough. Oh, but not before me and Kenny.
We'll be on tomorrow morning, having a little fun little Broncos segment to start the show off tomorrow. We'll have something fun lined up for everybody. We promise. Come check us out. 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time where I'm at.
What else you got, Kenny, as we go around the horn on this game, man?
Yeah, like I just said, you got your bad game out of the way early. The heartbreaking loss against the Colts. You beat the Eagles now. There's no room for excuse now. The schedule is in your favor to take control and catch those Chargers and stay on pace with the Chiefs who are starting to win now. There's no excuses now. You got the Jets who got blown out at home to the Cowboys. Couldn't score on the Cowboys defense. How the heck are they going to score on the Broncos defense? You got the Giants who are in rebuild mode, my Giants, and they had some growing pains today, lost to the Saints. There's two games right there, the New York teams. Take control, put the pedal to the metal. The schedule favors the Broncos now. You got the win you needed to get on the road. No more letdowns, and the pedal to the metal. We're on pace where most of us had our predictions at the beginning of the year for records. We're back pace to that record that the Broncos had. If you go back and listen to who we had winning, most of us had the Broncos 3-2 at this point in the season, and that's where we are right now. So let's go Broncos. Enjoy it tonight. Like I said, Keith and I will be on tomorrow. We'll have some fun stuff. We're going to go all around the NFL, but we're definitely open up with the Broncos, and rightfully so. And enjoy it. And let's hope the Commanders take care of the Chargers and the Jaguars take care of the Chiefs tomorrow. So go Broncos.
Before I get to Trevor, I'm going to just name two more MVPs. This is MVPs of the podcast. I got Phil McLaughlin just coming in saying the kicking game was looking good as well. Phil, dropping stars today, man. Got to give you an MVP award. And then Mr. Clyde coming over on YouTube saying, I just liked and subscribed. Go Broncos. Well, man, heart goes out to you, Clyde, man. Love to hear that, man. MVP to you as well for 2 MVP awards for the posse. Trevor, what else you got you want to wrap up with on this Denver Broncos victory versus the Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just proved to yourself and to the world that you can play ball with these contenders. I mean, the Eagles, I know they lost this week, but they're going to be Super Bowl contenders once again. I think you can play ball with this kind of team. And if you're playing Bronco football and you're able to run the football and play defense at a high level, you can get victories like this on the road. So, I mean, I think I'm gonna agree with Kenny on this. The next two games, Jets and Giants. I mean, there's no reason this team can't be 5-2 the next couple of weeks. I think just really. I think your confidence level goes up a lot, and this team is going to gain a lot of momentum after this big win on the road against the Eagles. Because like I said, for everybody that just joined this our podcast now, this is the biggest win of the Sean Payton era. I mean, this momentum is huge for this team going forward. I think this team, I certainly beginning of the season, Keith, I know we were going through over the schedule, and I didn't have the Broncos winning this game, if I'm being honest, but. This is a huge surprise win, and I think if you're a playoff team, you have to win games like this, and be able to win on the road is very special. So 5-2 the next couple of weeks, I don't think is out of the realm of possibility. I think it really increases your chances. The two bottom feeders in New York with the Jets and Giants, unfortunately, they're just not playing very good football right now. So a great win for the Denver Broncos today, and a huge momentum shift for them going forward as a team.
I think the two words I'm going to take out of all that you said, man, that really rang through to me. Broncos football. I think, especially in the second half, we got the formula of what this Denver Broncos football team can be and should be moving forward. It looked good. It was well balanced. It was offense. It was defense. As Mr. Phil McLaughlin said, the kicking game was good as well. I mean, it seemed like it all came together, and that's what you need to be able to do marching forward. Marching forward, we'll be back at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, if you're talking Kenny's neck of the woods, for the Morning Juice. We go again live Wednesday with the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast. That's when we get me and Jody. We get in there, we break down all the film, we show you what's working, what doesn't. To come back again on Friday, talking with my good friend Trevor, and breaking down the upcoming game as we go over to London. Denver Bronco Roundup podcast. Please like, share, subscribe. We appreciate every single watch. Go enjoy this victory, Broncos country, man. This is a big one. Ride this one. Wear it with pride. Talk to all your friends and family about how great this Denver Broncos team just may be, because you got every right to do so, in my opinion. Gentlemen, if we're all good, I'm going to get out of here the way we always do. Make sure you keep your boots in the stirrups, guns in the holsters, Denver Broncos in your heart. Until next time, can't wait to see y'all. Enjoy this win. We're out of here. Have a good one.